So I've got another orphan block idea for you that I've been using. These are what I just made out of 2 orphan blocks that I had. I put a quilt together, but these were not quite the right size. So all I did was created a pot holder. I'm going to show you how I did it. And I want you to see that I have the handmade, let's go this way, handmade with love tags on it. And that's just a fun thing to have. Some younger people seem to like the tags on things, and it's just a nice little thing to show that you did it. But also pay attention because we are using the thin Insulbrite. It looks like this. And that's what we're using for the inside. Now you're going to see that during the video, I'm going to show you that I can hold this pot holder with a hot iron right on it for quite a while. And because of that Insulbrite, it is going to stay. It's not going to burn my hand. So let's get to it. Okay, so today we're going to make a hot pad, and I'm going to use a orphan block that I have, and I'm going to take. I want it to be 8 inches, so I'm going to take an 8-inch square for the backing, and this I need to cut down to 8 inches. And this is a block that I can do that easily. So what I'm going to do, this is 8 inches exactly. So I'm going to cut 4 inches off of I'm going to cut 4 inches from the center. So when I measure that, that is going to be exactly 8 inches. Oh, there we go. Turn my ruler around. 1, 2, 8. And 8. Good. All right, so now what I need to do, this is the product we're going to be using to make this a hot pad. Now, if you're not familiar with Insulbrite, this comes in a package just like this. You get this really large sheet of it. And I cut off, you get, in this package, there is 45 inches by 1 yard. So what I did is I'm cutting off a piece that is going to be 8 inches.
Using a piece of craft paper below our pieces, we are going to now spray 505 spray onto our batting. I'm just going to spray a little bit on top of this. Now the backing, I'm going to adhere to this with the right side facing up. Now I'm going to layer this second piece, not gluing it, just layering it on top with the right side facing down. Now we're going to sew all the way around the outer edge. We're going to leave a space open so that we are able to turn this right sides out when we are done. Before sewing around the edge, I am going to take my tag that says handmade, and I'm going to tuck that inside so that the edge lines up with the seam. Then as I sew around 1/4 inch from the edge around the outside, that tag that I tuck in, there we go, will be sewn right into the seam. And so as I said, I'm going to be sewing all the way around 1/4 inch from the edge, being sure to catch all of the pieces. And then I will leave a small space open so that we can turn our pot holder when we are finished sewing. And now that we have sewn through around all of the edges, we're going to clip with our scissors around the edges and the corners just to cut off some of the bulk so that when we turn the pot holder, it will lay flat. It's time now for us to fix the seam where we have the opening from where we turned it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to work with an iron and some pins, and I'm going to fold these over so you get the same nice 1/4 inch seam there as well. What we're going to do is once we have this all tucked in to our liking and pressed, is we're going to sew that 1/4 inch seam, and actually I sewed it a little closer. I'm going to sew it to more like 1/8 of an inch, really close to the seam, because we want to be able to catch that opening as well. So once we have this perfectly ironed, we will go ahead and then sew it all the way around. Now I want to show you exactly how well the Inso-Bright works that is in our pot holder. I can actually hold this on my hand, and this iron is hot, and hold it here for quite a while, and it'll slowly start to warm up. So this is a really nice fabric material to use inside of our pot holders. And now my Orphan Block is a nice pot holder to give to my friend.